Hey guys, I am going to be doing a Q&A today. Quite a while ago, I asked you guys on my Instagram story, but also the community tab on YouTube to ask me some questions. They could be about anything. I got a lot of teaching related questions, life questions, updates. I just kind of wanted to all around talk with you guys, catch up with you guys. I have not done a sit down video like this in a long time. I've done a catch up with me video kind of like this when I was done student teaching and towards the end of the school year, but I have not done like a sit down Q&A like in years, and I don't even think there's any public on my channel anymore. That's how long it's been. So it's Saturday today. I wanted to kind of just sit down, film this for you. I like to ramble, so hopefully it's not too long, but I wanted to answer your questions. I guess we'll go to YouTube first and then I'll do Instagram. So I got a few questions on the community tab on YouTube. The first one is, what is your job now? So I remember in my starting over vlog, I mentioned getting a new job and I mentioned my job throughout the summer. But since starting the job, I haven't really said anything about it or really talked about it. I know when I briefly introduced and announced getting this job as a special education para, I was originally planning on working with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, so 4K predominantly. However, that changed, so my schedule's changed a few times since the beginning of the year, but originally I was more predominantly with first grade and then kindergarten 30% of the day. Now it's completely switched, so about 85 to 90% of the day is with kindergarten, and then about 10 to 15% of the day is with first grade, and I love those two grades with my whole heart. I definitely think that it's solidified that I'm just the most comfortable with those grades and teaching those grades. My job has been kind of a rocky up and down, just adjusting to everything, but I think now, especially in the last month since really coming back from Christmas break and everything, I've really been working hard to just be content with it, and I've found my joy and my love for working with kids in the way that just feels the most rewarding and fulfilling to me. And I haven't felt that way honestly since I was that semester after student teaching when I was subbing. Before I even started my teaching career, that was when I felt the most confident with teaching, the most fulfilled, and just all around just content with life. And I'm nowhere near that contentment with life right now, but with teaching I feel the most content and confident and supported and loved by the kids, and it just feels so good. And I think that's the most important part to me, is obviously to get the support that I need from the staff, but also to feel that love and respect and support from the students. So I definitely feel that now and I love it. I just wish that, I wouldn't live so far from it, but that's a whole nother thing we'll talk about in a little bit. Next question, the last one for YouTube, is how is it living with your sister again? It's going pretty well. I think obviously we're in kind of completely different, boats with life right now, and just where we're at and what we're doing and what we're working towards and things. I love when I pull up Instagram and I find this throwback from Ariana performing with Barbra Streisand in, what was that, 2019? So the first question, what are some books you want to read this year? I really have been setting goals, but not being too harsh on myself with goal setting in any capacity this year. I think I kind of talked about that a little bit in my New Year reset vlog, and I'll link that in the iCards. But I think it's been really valuable to me to obviously have things that I work on and want to work towards in specific parts of the year or just in the year in general, but not to set expectations that are too high based on kind of what I know I need to focus on other things, if that makes sense. Reading has been something I've been trying to prioritize, and I'm not trying to read a certain amount of books a month or the year even. Obviously there's numbers and things that I'm oh, okay, maybe I want to read this amount of books this year, but I'm not going to hold myself to it if that doesn't happen. I'm very much a mood reader, but I've been trying to also set time aside in my day to read, and it's been really valuable to me. I kind of want to dive into just newer authors. I really like Danielle Steele, her writing. She has so many books out and I really like her writing. It's just so easy to fly through those. Taylor Jenkins Reid has some books that I've never read, but I loved Daisy Jones and the Six. This is just some of the annotations that I've done. But yeah, just exploring other authors. Maybe I have a lot of mystery thrillers and romance that I've never, and just authors that I've heard of a lot of good things about, but I've never read their books yet. So I'm excited to do that. I want to read some series this year, just kind of all around. I don't really have specific books necessarily, but more just mood reading as much as I can. So if that even answers the question. What's something you're looking forward to this year? It's hard to really know because I feel so much can happen this year, and there is still so much that's up in the air for me. I'm just looking forward to the warm weather. I think the winter blues just hit me, and I do have seasonal depression. So I'm just, obviously we're in the middle of a snowstorm the day that I'm filming this right now. I'm just really trying to be hopeful for the future, and I'm not really necessarily looking forward to specific things, but if they happen to happen for me, if they're meant to happen for me in the future, then I will definitely be happy about it. But I'm not trying to be too hopeful of things that may or may not happen. I hope that makes sense too. Did you see Wicked? I have not yet. No, it's February 8th when I'm filming this right now. I have not seen it yet, and I'm honestly just waiting until I can buy them on DVD at this point, or something to just enjoy them at my house. That's all I'll really say. I think when it came out, I was absolutely broke, and I still kind of am. I think I was just going through a really, really rough time at that time. So when the movie came out, and I knew, yes, it would help me, but I couldn't get myself to get up and go, and I'm very excited to see it whenever I do. And it's been so hard not to listen to the music. Still have not listened to the soundtrack. I don't know how I'm able to do that, but it is what it is. I'm just very excited for the day that I do get to see it, and I'm hoping that it's soon. Are you going to try applying again? And I'm assuming this is for teaching. Yes, absolutely. I kind of wanted to open up about this because I haven't yet. December and January, I actually applied for 2 teaching jobs. I applied for a job in 1st grade in December, at the end of November, and then I got contacted in the beginning of December for an interview. And I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but I can include a couple of clips, maybe if I can, of my reaction to getting an interview, because I did mention it in the video, but that was the first interview I've ever been considered for since getting a teaching job and resigning for the past 2 years. Okay, so life's been kicking me in the butt lately. I was just in my room right now straightening up a little bit because life's been a little rocky, and I came back to my phone and there's a voicemail from the school district that I applied for that school, and they want to interview me. I got it. I'm sorry. I'm really emotional because this is the first time in 2 years that any school has considered me for an interview. And I know it's just an interview, but oh my god. I needed this so bad. I needed this so bad. I never cry on the internet. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not. I cannot express how huge this is for me in so many ways. I just needed to document my reaction. I'm about to call them back right now in about 2 weeks. Actually, no, 10 days. It's gonna be my 3rd year applying for jobs, and I'm hoping that, you know, the 3rd time's a charm. I'm hoping that opportunity will be given to me or presented to me in the right way, and I'm hopeful. That's all I can say. I'm definitely going to still try again. I'm not gonna jinx it, but oh yeah, and then in January I also got a interview for another kindergarten job, and they were both in the district that I live in. Actually, those would have been like great jobs for just saving a lot of money on gas and just obviously a lot of stability with a lot of other things. But at the end of the day, I am very happy where I am right now, and I am going to cherish that until the school year's over this year. And I really can't say what my future plans are. I think that's also something I'm like, I can't look forward to anything because I don't know, just kind of up in the air. A lot of things are up in the air, but in the spring I will decide to share with you whatever I decide to share. But I just wanted to tell you guys that because I kind of just on a whim decided to apply for some jobs and didn't think anything of it because of kind of what my luck has looked like the past 2 years, and so it really caught me off guard, but in like the best way, to be considered for interviews. And it kind of got me confident, and that confidence back with interviewing, because interviewing for like a para position is a lot different than interviewing for a teaching position. And so I kind of had to just not relearn, but just rediscover the flow of all of that. But anyways, I wanted to open up about that. So I definitely want to apply for jobs in the spring, and I'm hoping for a good turnout. That's all I can really hope for at this point. It's just because I know that I will be so much better off, and I know that I really didn't take the rejection of not getting those jobs in December and January so hard. I think because I've been really trying to work on shifting my mindset of, you know, whatever's meant for me will be for me, and I truly think, yes, of course, those would be amazing opportunities for me. They're in the grade that I want, the district that, you know, just everything. There would be a lot of pros, but also I think mentally it would not have worked. Like being on a time crunch to start mid-year like that would have been really overwhelming for me with my mental state. And so I need to keep continuing to put myself first and to focus on myself so that when I am able to get a teaching job, I can fully thrive, you know what I mean? So all that to say, yes, I will be applying for teaching jobs in the spring, and all I can really ask for is good luck. I don't know. How are you feeling? I feel like right now, like today, I'm feeling pretty good. I think weekends I've been really just trying to focus on doing as much of nothing as I can, obviously unless my family comes to visit and stuff, but otherwise I really just try to prioritize slowing down, self-care, just cozy hobbies and things, and just doing whatever feels good to me and listening to my body. I think that's been really good for me, and I've been trying to kind of have that work-life balance as much as possible. I'm just really just trying to take control of my life and trying to live for myself, make decisions for myself, advocate for myself, you know, stuff like that. So I'm feeling pretty good, I would say, today anyways. And the last question I'm going to be answering is, how is working and life going? Following your dreams, love the videos you post. Thank you so much. I think this year I'm really trying to grow my channel and just post more and just hope for a good turnout. Obviously I don't need the growth in the numbers. Of course, that's not what I focus on really, but it does feel good to feel like my videos are resonating with the right people, it's filling their cups, it's reaching the right audiences, and like, you know, you want to feel like what you're putting in is kind of reaching the right people and it's rewarding in that way. But aside from that, yeah, work is going really well. I think that I'm just a little nervous for the future. There's nothing I can control right now. I'm really gonna try not to focus on getting a teaching job if it's not meant for me this time. Obviously it's going to be really hard to accept that again, but if it happens, it happens, and if not, I just have to find ways to be content with something else, you know? And I think every year I kind of just go with that. Yeah, I definitely think I found my love for teaching, and that feels so good, because I really thought maybe like after the second year of not getting a job, you know, just not having any luck, I really had this, like, you know, this little cloud of like, is teaching even meant for me? And if I got back into it, would I even find it as enjoyable anymore? Would my confidence build back up? And I'm so thankful for this job, because it's really built it back up to the fullest. Because obviously before I resigned from teaching, I wasn't back in the classroom until about this time last year, but it was in a middle school as a para, which was not necessarily my first choice, but it was a really nice district, nice area, everything like that. So I figured I would try it, especially because it wasn't going to be for the full year. I was like, I can handle it. If I don't like it, I can handle it for the rest of the year. Definitely was not for me. Now that I'm in a school with the age range that I'm the most comfortable with and I'm the most content and everything like that, I just feel so much less stressed and just like peaceful, and the kids are just amazing. And honestly, like, I'm going to cry the last day of school because I literally love them. Maybe something good will come out of this and move on to bigger and better, hopefully. So I hope that this video wasn't too boring. I just kind of wanted to talk with you guys, catch up with you guys. If you guys want more videos kind of like this, it's a little bit different than my vlogs are, obviously, but let me know if you guys want me to do these more often. Thank you guys so much for just sitting here and listening to me ramble for probably over 10 minutes at this point. I will see you guys in my next video, hopefully another vlog within the next week or so. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.